Well, today I want to make Zed the focus because a lot of the channel is about Soul and Zed is just the sidekick. Actually, when I went to buy them, I would have liked to just buy the foal, which is Soul, but he was so attached to Zed. You could see that they had a special relationship. And once I found out that Soul was so young and I could see he was so attached to Zed, I didn't have the heart to break them up. For me, Zed is not an ideal riding horse for me. Well, the reason he's not ideal to ride is because he has these high withers. You see the withers are higher than his butt. There's this height here, and then when you ride bareback, which is my favorite way to ride, it's quite uncomfortable. If it was rounded like this and his back was a little higher, that would be much more my style. But he is about 15.1 hands. So he's a nice size for me, 15 to 15.2. I'll take a 16 hand horse too. And I would think he is a quarter horse. If you look at his butt, he does seem, his whole body seems to be quarter horsey. So I bet he is. And his coloring is done, which is the oldest coloring that horses have had that we know about. Przewalski's horse, if you've read about the development of the horse, the domesticated horse, Przewalski's horse has the same coloring, and it involves kind of a creamy reddish color for their hair, and then their tail is that same creamy reddish color with black, and it looks kind of blonde in the sunlight. And then the legs have stripes. It reminds you maybe of a zebra if you're not familiar with Przewalski's horse. So the legs are striped, and then he does have white socks. And then the front legs are also striped. And here you can see the darker stripes down below and the browner stripes up above. He has that telltale dorsal stripe, as do all horses that are done. And his mane is the same, black with kind of red. And then he happens to have a bit of a blaze, although it looks like there's a separate little white part down below on his nose, in his mouth, and then there's that star up above. Somebody does like apples. That's it. As far as I know, Zed, what I did is I looked at his teeth real good, and Zed appears to be about 18 or 19 according to my estimate. I could be wrong, so I'm having the vet come out to check it out, because the first time I looked at him I thought, okay, 15 to 20, closer to 20, and then I talked to the person who was selling him and he said 18, but you can never trust the people who are selling them. So he could well be older. That's why I'm doubting it, because I'm thinking the guy is underaging him. Oh, there, Zed gave Soul a little kick, because now Zed, who used to be a bottom dweller, that's why he has all these scars all over him. When he was in the pasture with all the horses that were turned out, he would be kicked, and so would Soul. They'd be kicked and bitten to stay away from the top dogs and to stay away from the food. Actually, most of his scars are healing because I'm applying some medicine to him now, so it's helping to heal everything. But he's not top dog, so he's given Soul a hard time. And I've ended up having to separate them inside in terms of separate their food areas. So they're on opposite sides of their big open area that they stay in when they come in to eat and to drink water and have minerals. So you see right there, Zed is telling Soul all about it. I don't know if he's right now protecting, if he wants Soul to stay away from me or if he wants Soul to stay away from food. It's hard for me to say, because Zed's a little pushy with me sometimes. Zed. Then I just push him away a little bit. I try not to make trips. I just tripped. I try not to make too big of a deal out of it, but I don't want him pushing into me, because I don't want him thinking that he's the top dog over me, because they're pretty well bonded now, me and this boy. So we'll see once the vet gets her. Oh, the other thing you might notice is when he walks, if we can get him to walk a little bit here, he's lame. So his left foot, the one closest to me, there's something going on with it. You can see it most pronounced when he's trotting, or even a little bit in the canter. Come on. Come on, Zed. Come on. Good boy. Let's see if we can get him moving a little bit. Yeah, okay. There you go, boy. Yeah, the left foot. So the vet will check that out. Also, the farrier will come out and trim his hooves, because it could be something else. Yeah, it would appear he wanted Soul to get away from me, which I don't like that, but you know, horses have a pecking order.